How are you, everyone? Let's start today's lesson. Okay. This is the place that we have finally did yesterday. We were talking about inner loops. Sorry. Okay. You can hear my voice, right, guys? Everyone? Thank you. I am fine. And what about live channel? Is live channel is also fine? Could you give me a response? Okay, Miss Leila is writing something. It means they can hear me as well. Good morning. Okay, perfect. You are 100% ready. Great to hear that. Okay. There is live channel, Mr. Gökhan, and okay, I made my bad. I mean it wrong. Okay, guys, let us make a brief revision because yesterday we little bit finalized that part a little bit fast, and I want to explain something also. And also, I want to take this chance to practice something. I am not supposed to teach this. It is sometimes confusing, but please pay attention. Do you see this and negative signs on the left bar? I think you're able to see them, right? On my screen, they are visible, correct? Okay, you can see them. Okay, so please open this final class. I am going to add some notes here, but before adding notes, I want to summarize the structure of nested if statement. Nested is used if statement has another if statement inside. Inside if statement, we are putting another if inside of another. Yeah, inside of another if statement. If statement inside if statement. And this can be also inside another if statement. If they are like those inner structures, something is getting in and then there's another thing inside. They are, I think, matrusha babies. I'm not very sure. In Russian culture, there are babies. You open one, another one is coming out, and then when you open it, there is another one coming out. I don't know exact name of those. Babushka. Okay, babushka. They are very amazing. Those babushka babies. So those babies, those toys, I don't know if they are toys. They are having nested structure. Okay. I want to show you how they look like. Can you please follow the same structures on your IDE together with me, on the IntelliJ together with me? I should start from the last step, okay? Please, don't start from upper parts to close these negative signs. The structure you will get at the end will not be the same with me. I should start from the inner part and the last part. I should go to the last and from the inner part. This else is inside this else. So from last one, first thing I will close is going to be this else. Next to, you see here, below this curly brace, click on this negative sign. You see, it is closed. Okay, do this, let us do together. And then I am going to close these two if statements. Now I have here structure of if statement. If condition, then this code is going to be printed. If this code is not correct, then this piece of code is going to be printed. Okay, this is actually structure of if condition. If condition true, run the first code. If condition is not true, execute the second code. Okay, let's continue closing these curly braces. Let me close this one also, and I will continue closing them. This one, it is not something very important, but at the end, I am going to see the structure. In my opinion, it is going to be summarizing. Okay. This is the whole thing actually I did. I write an if statement. If the first statement is correct, this line of code will be executed. If it is wrong, that line of code will be executed. Now, in the first line of code, there is another if statement. As you see below, starting from line 21, there is another if statement starting. So this if statement is called as inner if. And that if at 20 is called as outer if. Okay, outer if. And starting from 21, we have inner if. Okay, guys. If statement inside an if statement is called as nested if statement. When we come to else part, we have another nested structure there. Starting from line 27, another inner if statement is starting. Guys, if you need to use inner structure nested structures, you can of course use inner structures, but if you have to use, let me enlarge my screen a bit. If you have to use nested structures, then use them. If you can avoid using nested structures, please try to avoid. Why do you think you should avoid using nested structures? What might be the reason? Mr. Rifat is correcting me. Those babies, they are called as matrushka. Babushka is grandma. So somebody on the live channel, Miss Saloon, confused my mind. The person who is responsible is Miss Saloon. Thank you, Mr. Rifat, for correction. Let us go back to our codes. Miss Saloon is insisting that is true, but we can call them babushka. Anyway, we will ask ChatGPT about that, guys. Which one is the correct one? Babushka and it has meaning of grandma at the same time. Anyway, guys, let us concentrate on Java. Why we should try to avoid nested if conditions, nested structures. What might be the reason? Hard to follow, Mr. Fatih says. Logical, if it is difficult to, readability is hard. I agree with Mr. Fatih. Not practical, maybe Mr. Gökhan says. Okay. The main reason is it is time consuming and it is slow. And if something in Java consumes more time, we are calling it has time complexity. So nested structures in Java has time complexity. Okay, let us write notes here. Try to avoid using nested structures in Java. Why I should try to avoid that? Because they have time complexity. Is it written like this? What does it mean, time complexity? It takes time. So if something is slow and it takes time, we don't prefer it. Can you imagine that you make a cell phone? You are writing codes of a cell phone. When you click something, response time is slow. You need to wait a little bit. People, they will change their phone. But if you write your codes faster, as soon as you click on something, you get response, you will like that phone. It's right on time. Whenever you want to do something, you can see at the same time in front of you. This is something that you will enjoy. So if something is taking time, if it has time complexity, I should try to avoid that one. Because when you put all codes together, there will be a bunch of codes, and every single code having a little bit time complexity, your total product is going to have something maybe slow. It will not be preferred by others. Okay, let's start today's topic then. Are we all good so far? What we have learned yesterday, we have learned if conditions. And let's create a new package. Today is day 06. Underscore. We are going to learn a new way of writing conditional statements. This is switch statements. And then we are going to learn a different way of to use conditional statements in terms of operators. I will explain it. Ternary operator we are going to learn. And then I think we will find time to start string manipulations. We will solve good examples about string manipulations. This is the topic that we are going to cover today. Let me share with you the package name in both groups. And our new package is created. Let's open our first class. This is the first class of today, and we are going to learn switch statements. Statement. We are going to learn, I'm going to cover switch statements in 2 classes. Therefore, this is class 1. And as we finish this one, we are going to start class 2. Okay. And one step up. Let us create our main method. Let me give you a task. Let's take this as an opportunity to summarize if conditions. I will give you 3 minutes. Okay, guys. I will ask you to complete this task by your own. You can check your notes, but I believe you will be able to do that one. Let's start up to some part. When if condition starts, if condition part starts, I will leave you I will give you a time. You will complete the codes your own, okay? And then I will type them anyway. Today the task is like this. I want you to, let's say example 1. Okay, type code that gives you name of the day after you give number of the day. What I mean, let me get rid of this Zoom thing. What I mean is this. I will write 2, okay? And then it will give me Monday. It will print for me Monday. First day of the week, you shall take as Sunday, guys, okay? When I enter 1, it will return me Sunday. You shall take first day of the week as Sunday. There are people from different countries. The day starts, week starts from different days. You shall take starting day as Sunday. First of all, we will ask user to enter a data. This is why we are going to create our scanner class. I will come up to if part, and then I will leave it to you. I will ask you to continue and finish this task according to if conditions, okay? And then we will learn also switch conditions. And then we will compare if condition, if else condition with switch condition. This is the plan for this class. Let us do it all together. We are going to create our constructor system. But we put inside the system the input. We will give user a message as please enter day number. Okay. And then we're going to take day number as a byte. We can take this as a byte day num, number of the day. We are going to use input object and next byte. Now, user entered a number, maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, and I reserved this number as a day num container, as a byte data. So if condition starts from here, I will give you 2 minutes, okay, or 3 minutes. Let me give you 3 minutes. Don't share the codes when you completed the task. Don't share the codes when you completed the task. At the end of 2 minutes, let me give you 2 minutes. I will ask you if you have completed your task, could you share? And then you share your codes, please. Till that 2 minutes, do not share your codes. Can you share how much you come, how far you came? Mr. Brock has completed. Thank you, Mr. Brock. And Mr. Haluk as well. Thank you, Mr. Haluk. Miss Julia. Okay, guys, it seems Miss Sarah has done also. Okay, and the structure is Mr. Fadi as well. The structure is somehow same for all of you. Miss Sheima, I think she has done as well, but I can see only part of the code. Anyway, let's continue. How we can do this with if condition? We will write if statement, and then don't forget to write this curly brace and then press enter, especially for those who are starting new coding, okay? You will see so many syntax errors and it will make you discouraged. For example, if you make a syntax error here, if IntelliJ complain that you have something missing, like yesterday you asked me, when I run my other classes correct, it's still trying to run the missing class. For example, this is the first class, right? If you have something here, a syntax error, we will learn 3rd, 4th, 5th, maybe 7, 8 classes today. You will not be able to execute unless you change this code, you correct this code. Please try to be careful to avoid this problem. Go step by step and slowly, okay? Try to be synchronized. If I'm going fast, just let me slow down. Sir, can you slow down a bit? Because don't say like, let me not slow down others. If I go so slow, I will arrange it. I need to speed up. I will tell you, don't worry, slow me down, okay? If you have so many syntax errors, if you feel like something you're not able to do, how will you continue to write codes? Just tell me if I'm going fast. Let's go together. The first condition could be this: day num could be equal to 1, correct? If day num is equal to 1, what am I going to type here? I am going to type here Sunday, because this is the starting day of the week. And then, what if it is not? Else, I shall start with another if condition. Let me do like this. I will copy this, okay, up to here. I will copy this, and then I will keep pasting this. because else there will be second day, else there will be third day, but I should give space. This is for third number of the day. First day, second day, third day, 4, 5, 6. There are 7 days in the week. So I will change them now. This is 2. If it is the second day of the week, we are going to write Monday. If this is third day of the week, we are going to write Tuesday. And if this is, let me correct, fourth day of the week, I am going to write Wednesday. Fifth day, I am going to write Thursday on the console. Okay. Thursday on the console. And for 6, I will write Friday. And last day of the week, which is 7th week, is going to be Saturday. Am I going to clear the else part? Okay, how do we pass it multiple times? Oops. I will explain it. How I need this part. If it starts and then prints, it goes up to else, correct? It goes up to else. So this structure will be repeating. You see, if and up to else. If and up to else. I just copied this part, the repeating part. I copy it, and then Control V, Control V, Control V. To select Control C, to paste Control V. No, not something else. I'm using that common thing. Okay, guys. And else, it means the input is wrong. I will give user to enter valid day number. Maybe he's writing 10 because we cannot, there's no 10 weeks. There's no 10 days in a week. So we will ask him kindly to enter valid day number. Shall we run our codes? Okay, let's run our codes. Please enter a day number. Let's check for first one. I'm supposed to see Sunday. I can see Sunday. Let's check for the last one, 7. When I'm testing my codes, I should test the boundaries. First day of the week, last day of the week. And let us check also one value after the boundary, which is 8. Let me check for 8. It tells me, please enter valid day. This is my expectation. Let us enter 0. Enter valid day. This is also my expectation. I am testing my code. Let me try to enter negative numbers, -2. Please enter a valid day number. So my code is fine, and I am testing my code, correct? What if I write something like this? Instead of writing 2, I write it with letters. Lowercase. Number has no lowercase. Number has no uppercase. Number is number. What if I write, maybe type the number? Instead of writing 2, 2 is integer, but this is not integer. This is string, correct? Now, IntelliJ will give me error because I am trying to enter string data, but IntelliJ, my code is accepting byte data. I will see red warnings. It will tell me mismatch. Let's go here and see what it is written there. Input mismatch exception. The input you are entering is not matching with the code expectations. Code is expecting a byte data, but you are entering string data. Let me share my codes so far, what we have written. Okay. And this is actually solving it in the first way, which is if condition, according to if condition. Now, let us go to today's topic. Today, we are going to learn how we can handle this from a different approach. This is switch of statements. Question. We may not be converting this today, but what can we put after? Please enter valid day number so that it can all start over again. We will do, Ms. Salun, yeah, we will do such statements, we will do such situations very much. And actually, the time that we are going to learn such structures is not far, it's close. Next week, most probably you will be able to doing it, most probably, okay? Just let us go step by step. And being curious, asking about, I need to learn this, I want to learn this, how can I do this? This is good, but what if it happens like that? Being curious will help you to take next steps. And understanding, for example, when you have this question in your mind, the class that I am teaching you, how can you execute such a structure? You will enjoy. This is a question and I want to learn. Therefore, you will be continuing. Please be active. Thank you very much for your contributions and your questions. Let us learn about switch statements. Switch statement starts with lowercase switch. Okay, we are going to write switch. And then we are going to open and close regular parentheses. Are we all together? Later, we are going to open curly brace. I open the curly brace and please press enter. Isn't that the same structure with the if? Because when I start, yes, when I start writing if condition, I write if, open brackets, open curly brace, and hit enter. I do the same things, but in if statements, I write here the condition, correct? And my codes are in between curly braces. Switch, I do this different. In switch, I write here name of variable. For example, what is my variable for this example? I am asking user to enter number of day, yes, and I call this as day num. So I write my variable here. Okay, I am not writing a condition. I am writing variable's name. Okay, I will write notes. What could be those variables? You cannot write here all data types. You can write here short, byte. Let me start from small one. Byte, short, integer. You can write those, but you cannot write long. It is too long. Okay, you cannot write decimals. Float, you cannot write. Double, you cannot write. You can write char, letter maybe, symbol maybe, you can write. You can also write string, but you cannot write Boolean. Okay, guys, I will write this at the end of the lesson as a note, just introducing you. After switch, instead of writing condition, because in if statement we were writing here condition, we are going to write here variable. Okay, and then our logic works like this. Now day num is going to be a variable. Its value could be having different cases. Okay, suppose the case that it is 1. If in this case I'm using so much case. Why? Because it starts with case. If case of value to be 1, if the value is 1, okay, in this case, I will write here what I want my codes to execute. I'm going to write here the codes. Yes, I will print Sunday. I will print Sunday. Let me repeat one more time. My variable can take some values. In case it is 1, execute this code. Here I'm going to write something important. And then if you execute this code, I have completed what I want you to do. You can take a break and you can rest. Okay, I will tell break. Please be careful. Break is very important. If you don't say break, it will start executing other cases. Step by step. Let us go like that. I will write case keyword and then value that it can take. If it takes this value, execute this code and break. And the switch statement. What if the second situation? Please let us do this all together. Copy all these codes up to here. Okay, guys. Control and copy. And then paste it to the next line. And then modify. What if it is 2? Now, if deynum is 2, we are going to write here, let's change these to capital letter S. We are going to write Monday. Correct? And then break. Let's pass for day number 3. And then day number 4. And then day number 5, day number 6, and 7. And let us modify them. If in case number is 3, I want you to type Tuesday. In case it is 4, I want you to type Wednesday. In case it is 5, I want you to type Friday. No, Thursday. Yes. In case it is 6, you should write for me Friday. And in case it is the last day of the week, you should write Saturday. Thank you for correction. You should write Saturday. Okay, what about else part? How I'm going to handle else part? Because the user might enter wrong data. Yes, to handle else part, we are using default keyword. So what is the functionality of default keyword? Default keyword is acting exactly the same like else part in Java. So let me just copy these notes and paste it over here. Let's write here small note. Default acts like else in Java in if statement. Okay, default acts like else in if statement. I think understood. Yep. Okay, good. Let's run our codes. Okay, let's run our codes. And also let me share this part with you. The second part, I have not shared with you yet. Thank you, Mr. Rafat, for the correction. Let's run it. Please enter a day name. Let me enter 2. First Monday is from if statement. Second Monday is coming from switch. What is happening here? I cannot make it smaller in size. Let me try to explain through drawing. Okay. My day num is 2. I will check the case 1. Is 2 equal to 1? This is false. Therefore, this code will not be executed. I will not execute this code. I will check case 2. Is my number equal to 2? Is day num equal to 2? Yes, it is true. Since it is true, it will start to execute this code. The code is saying me that print out Monday on the console. This is why I will see this Monday on the console. Okay? And then it comes to the next line. It says break. What is the meaning of break? Break takes us out of the switch statement. The switch statement will finish. I will not continue writing codes of, maybe I will not check case 3, case 4, or I will not print this one or that one. When you see break keyword, this could be a loop, this could be case, this could be switch statement. Break means stop execution of the code. Okay, so I will stop execution of switch statement. Let us try with another value. Let me rerun the test. I will check 6. When I enter number 6 on the console, I will see Friday, which is correct according to my expectations. What will happen in terms of switch statement? My day is 6, by my day num is 6. I will check here, this is not correct. I will check here, this is not correct. I will continue to check each case till I find correct answer. And then this is correct. So what will happen? I will print on the console Friday, as you see, and then break will take me out of switch statements. If statement is very common in industry, but why switch statement is not common? What is the difference between them? Switch statement mostly used for the situations like here. There are 7 cases, okay? Limited number of cases are there, and for each number of situation, you can type this one. But advantage of if statement, you can write if something is larger than another thing. So you can have a very large set of data. For example, if a number is less than 1,000, if you are using switch statement, you are supposed to write like this. If number is 1, if number is 2, if number is 3, 4, you have to write all these cases, okay? You cannot write here Boolean. If the number is less than 1,000, if less than 1,000, do this one. In switch statement, you cannot use such logics, okay? But in switch, if the cases are fixed, for example, number of days, they are fixed. They are 7, correct? There's no number 8. In this case, you can use switch. If the number of cases are 2, I prefer to use if-else statement, even though they are fixed. Maybe up to, but if more than 2 and they are fixed, I prefer switch statement. Okay, guys. Switch statement, you should write here a fixed number of variable. The outcome should be certain amount. If it is changing, then you have to write for each possible situation. For the case that it has fixed number of options, to write like this, if parentheses, curly brackets, and repetition of so many lines which one looks easy to read? In my opinion, switch statement is readable. And you can see if it is 1, if it is 2, if it is 3, it executes like that. For the situation that you have only 2 options, my personal recommendation, use if-else statement. Okay? If the conditions are fixed and they are more than 2, then prefer to use switch statement. Okay. I want to explain you importance of using break. Please pay attention. Break takes me out of switch statements. If I clear, let me comment out. Can you do it together with me, please? Comment out that break for case 3. And then let us rerun the code. This time, we are going to give day num as 3. Are we all together? We have commented that out. Now, Java will not read this code. It will not care. You can clear it, but instead of clearing it, I make it comment out. Let's print it out. I select case 3. As you see, case 3 is Tuesday. What is happening here? Let me very briefly explain. I came up to here. I find that case 3 is my option. It prints this Tuesday on the console. And then, be careful, it will not check if 3 is equal to 4. Okay? After we find that it is the case 3, it will continue to type codes until it finds break. So after writing Tuesday, it will not check if case 4 is true. It will continue to execution of the codes because it has entered inside the switch. Okay? So you will see Wednesday on the console also. And then it saw break. Break will take you out of switch statements. Are we clear? Do we understand functionality of break? Yes. Break is important. If my intention is to write maybe up to end, then I may not write break because I want to write up to end. Can you tell me? Let us make a practice. Can you tell me if I enter 3 again, what I'm going to see on the console? Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Correct. I'm going to see 3 days. What if I enter 4? This is break, and I enter 4. What do you think I am going to see on the console? Yes, it will enter when I say 4. Okay. It will check if it is 1, no. If it is 2, no. If it is 3, no. If it is 4, yes, it is 4. And then it will print Wednesday. There is no break. It will continue execution of the codes. It will print Thursday. As it finds break, it will go out of the loop. Are we clear? Okay, let's try for 4 in this situation. As you said, Wednesday and Thursday. I can see Wednesday and Thursday because it starts from case 4. Let me correct those. Let me bring them in the original mode. I think we understand functionality of the break. Final break in switch statements is optional. If something is optional in Java, you better don't write it. If I don't write that, I already reached. This is not the final break. Sorry, guys. The final break, I didn't write it because it is optional. As I said, if something is optional in Java, don't write it. And you can write that, no problem, but we prefer not to write again. Can we apply? Yes, Miss Elham. We can apply. But in this case, how we can apply? In the previous example, we could apply. But here, how can I apply? Can you give me an example? Maybe the thing in your mind, I couldn't get it. And or operation. In case, okay. Yes. Now I got it. I was thinking of the previous example. In the previous example, instead of using inner structure, we could use ands or alls or operators. Okay. We cannot use here. If I use and or here, if you mean here, okay, it is Boolean. Case Tuesday. Where did you use and? I didn't see and here. Okay, if you are asking this, Ms. Elham is asking question, can we use operations here? Because operators, they return Booleans, and I cannot write here a Boolean data. For example, if it is true or false, something like that. Yes, Mr. Yavuz. You write your question. By the meantime, I will ask Mr. Elham, I think it's okay because I don't see AND operation in your code. How we apply? Okay, you cannot because here you cannot. These data cannot be Boolean. It cannot be long. It cannot be float. It cannot be double. Okay. If you write a Boolean statement here, and then according to that Boolean true or false, maybe there are two cases. If true, this happens. If false, that happens. Switch is telling you, go and use if and if else statement. Why you are making me tired for two options? There's no such thing. You cannot use comparison operators because the result is going to be Boolean. This is a syntax, Mr. Yavuz. You can change that one also to another syntax. Java has updates, guys. And for example, to declare main method has changed with the new update. We don't need to declare the main method that as we teach you. According to the new updates, guys, declaration of main method has changed. You just start from void and then you go straight forward. But let us learn main things as it is supposed to be for the current. Okay. For every update, we are not supposed to change the things. When I write my code like this, it works. Learn this one. Later on, with updates, they give you better looking structures. Okay. Java is turning somehow like JavaScript. JavaScript is becoming by help of TypeScript. Like Java codes are somehow approaching each other. They have advantages. Java is making use of advantage of TypeScript. TypeScript is making use of advantage of Java. Codes are being updated. Structures are changing. But when you learn this main structure, Mr. Yavuz is showing us a different structure. Okay. When you learn this structure, it is straightforward. And you will find so many resources about this structure. You can feed your information. Okay. But new ones has risks. Yeah, it is readable. Okay, guys, let's continue. It might be faster, Mr. Yavuz. I didn't check. Okay, but let's go with the old-fashioned. Innovations always come with some advantages, but at the same time comes with risks. Good point, Mr. Fatih. This code is already so fast, isn't it? Okay, guys, let us learn. Let us go back and to our main focus, and let us learn what we have. Let us concentrate on what we are learning. Guys, the two important notes I want to write. Switch statements can take bytes. I will not write for all data, but you are wise people. You will understand that it takes also wrapper classes. It can take primitive byte and wrapper byte. So if you use wrapper class byte, it will not complain because switch statement is selective. Okay, it doesn't accept all data types. Byte, you can use it. Short, you can use it, as well as if you write wrapper class short, it will accept, it will not complain. I will not write wrapper classes for each primitive data. Integer, it accepts, okay? Char, it accepts. And string can take data type as input, okay? It accepts those data types, but switch statements doesn't accept large data types. I can give you some brief explanation, like long data type, it won't accept long, or double with decimals, it won't accept long, double, floats, long, double, floats, and Boolean. I think the note is understood. Yes, Miss Uranus. I like if also, but you should know switch statements. In exams, in interviews, you might face it. Okay? If you like if statement, go straight forward with the if statements. My personal choice, I like switch and I try to use it. Okay, second class. Class number 2, we are going to continue talking about switch statement with some examples. With one example, actually, statement 02. And hit enter. Risk is everywhere. You're right. Please, could you go slower? I will go slower. Let me share the class with you, the whole notes. Guys, which one you like, you continue with that one, but also don't forget to practice the other one because you'll never know. Okay, let's create our main methods. Main methods. I will wait just some seconds so that you can settle down each and everything. I think you created your new class and you are ready to write codes. If you have problems with the previous class, copy my notes. They will work. After class, you can, like, do you remember yesterday we talked? You take the task, clear all the codes, you create a new package, call it practice package maybe. your personal study package, and then type codes there by your own. If you do that, you're going to understand. This is a good way of writing, learning, actually, practice. Okay, let me, example 2. Ask user to enter name of a month. So user will enter month name, maybe June, July, like this. Then print month names starting from given month till end. I don't know if I could explain it. The task is like this. Suppose the user enters October. So you are required to print on the screen October, November, and December. Okay, guys. Let me give you 1 minute to think about how this could be done. Let me take this line down like that. Okay, till end of year. Miss Saloon is correcting me. This will be better. Did you get idea? Maybe how can we do that? For example, what do you think that I am trying to, what should be one important thing that you should use or you shouldn't use? Yes, perfect. From free channel also, Miss Nur is typing. I'm waiting her response. Actually, this question is about application of break, correct? We will see here that if we don't use break, then it will continue typing till the end. Perfect. There are no break, guys. We are going so high. We are going so fast. No break. Okay. Let's ask user data. Because user is going to enter data, we are going to get input from the user. New scanner class system.in. Perfect. And then let's give message to the user. Please enter name of a month. User will enter name for a month, and then we are going to take that name. This name is going to be which data type? String data type. Yes. Mr. Fatih, good points. You see 4 sites. And let's say month. Let me call this as month. Okay. I'm going to use my input object to get next line or next. Next, because month names contain only, one word. So I store input as month as string data. I will use switch. I open my ordinary brackets, regular brackets, and then curly braces. I hit enter. Okay, this is my switch structure. The input here is going to be month, which is string. Case that string is first month is January, right? Case it is January, and then I'm going to put this sign. What I want my code to execute. I will print name of the month, January. Okay. And then should I hit break? Should I write here break? No, I don't want break here because otherwise my code will stop execution. Please copy this part. Could you copy this part together with me? What about comma? Where comma? Why should I put comma? There's no comma here. I'm not putting anywhere like February. No. In this statement, as you see here, there is no comma between month names. So you think I should put here comma after January? In the requirements, there is no comma. So I should follow the requirements. Okay, guys. So copy this part and then paste. This is going to be second month, third, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I am going to modify each of them. In case it is February, are you all done this? You are right, Miss Noor. You have foresight as well. But let us keep that part, okay? Perfect, Miss Noor. Thank you for contribution. And then February. In case it is after February, we have March. In case it is March, you write here March. Somewhere while I'm typing my codes, I will make a very small mistake. Please don't correct me, okay? I am doing this intentionally. March, after March, April, okay, great. June, right? And it's going to be June. July. And this is going to be July. June, July, August. It is going to be August. September. September. October. November. December. Did I jump a month or I just created more? April. Did I forget? Okay, here. This is not the mistake I intended. No. March, April. May after April. Oh, May. Yes. I forgot May. And I said you don't correct me, so you didn't correct me. Let me cancel this. Okay, guys, May, April. April, May, June, July. Yes. Here I'm going to place this one. No, not here. I'm going to write here. April, May. Yes, I said don't correct me, and you didn't. Thank you. April, May, June, July. Now it's okay, right, guys? Okay, this was not the... Okay. I am supposed to write after here break, or let me say default. And in case of default, the user entered wrong data, I'm going to tell user that please enter a valid month name. Okay, I will give him this message. But if I don't write here break, every time I will see this message on the console, even though he entered correct name, since there's no break here to take me out of the switch, you will see this message all the time. Therefore, I should write here break. Correct? Yes. Okay, guys, let us test my codes. Please enter a day number. Let me enter 9. We are not entering a day number. Okay, I'm running the wrong code. Sorry, guys. I shall start from here. Let's run this code. Okay, we run the code. Please enter name of a month. Let's do as it has prescribed in the descriptions. Let's check for that one, October. And as you see, my outcome is okay. Right, guys? Perfect. Ms. Çağatay has a point. Now we start checking our codes. For example, I write October like this. And then I see this message. Please enter a valid month name. This is a valid month name. So why it complains? Because it is case sensitive. So what do you suggest? How can I handle this problem? Miss Semra is telling me that I can change this string data to lowercase. And then I should check all these lowercase. Correct, guys? This is good point, actually. I will do that. Yes, ignore case. In this part, you cannot write ignore case. Ignore case, Fatih, where do you think I can write? After next, ignore case, I'm not going to write here. I'm not going to compare it. I think ignore case doesn't work. But maybe you have something different in your mind. Because if you write here ignore case, it will return you Boolean, true or false, and you will compare it with something else. But comparison is taken here. I enter here a data and you compare if it is January, if it is February, March, and in case here you cannot write ignore case. In my opinion, we should make them all lowercase, and then I should change this data also to lowercase. But maybe you have a point, I can see. It could be happening, you know, because there are different approaches in programming. Okay, guys, but I want to show you something else. Suppose that this doesn't work. Please enter name of a month. Suppose that I enter July, okay, and then it gives me error. Please enter a valid month name. July is a valid month name. What is problem? Yes. Now imagine They have given you this as a task. Okay. While you are writing, just a simple mistake here, as you have done. And then after you are given this data, you check for June, you check for August, you check for April, March, February, you check for negative scenarios, you check for many different situations. Okay. And then your code worked. You didn't find any mistake. You are happy. Then user will try July. They will reply, this code is not working. I am having problem. When I write July, I enter a correct month name, but it fails. Testing codes, I am trying to explain. You didn't do this by intention. And to find that very simple mistake is sometimes very difficult. Okay, so testing your codes is very important. You should try to test, if possible, so many positive scenarios. Like if I write June, January, February, March, April, is it working? You should try as many possible situations as, and then you should try with negative scenarios, how it shouldn't behave. No. In specifications here, it is telling only writing the complete name of the month, and we are returning till the end of the year, all the names of the month. If we write oct, it will not take it as correct data, because when I enter here oct, let's try this one. When I enter partial name, switch statement will take. Now this is OCT. Is it equal to this one? No. Is it equal to this one? This one, this one, this one? No, no, no. And then it will come here. Is it equal to this one? The answer is no. So you will not see anything, and it will ask you, please enter valid day name. This is not a valid day name. It is partial. Yes, we can give this such a functionality, but I don't think with case. Okay, you can use if statement. You can use string has functionalities like if it contains this value, then it can operate. But switch doesn't take this. Switch is strict. Okay. Maybe there is a way, I don't know. I couldn't find a way to do this with switch. Okay, guys. We are going to change this one because it doesn't take lowercase letters. So as Miss Semra says, you can either change this at this line of code, or I prefer to do it here. I will change month name to string. Now they all complains. Why you are complaining? You go there and read this sentence, please. Let me enlarge it for you. Switch branch is unreachable. Why is unreachable? The label contains an uppercase symbol. This label here contains uppercase letter, but selector is lowercase only. What is selector? Selector is this part, the one that we are entering. It's select data, and then compare. Okay, switch statement has capital letters, but selector, if you stand here, it is to lowercase. It returns always lowercase data. You cannot find a solution. It says these yellow lines, guys, they are suggestions. They are saying, what are you doing? Come on. None of them is in lowercase. So while you are trying to write these datas in uppercase, you will not get these datas. You are going to get something wrong. He is not giving you error, but he is warning you. Yellow means warning. I shall change all in lowercase because I changed my data. I will change the class. I changed my data to lowercase. Now you enter lowercase, you enter uppercase, it will not complain. You enter something funny, it will change all of them into lowercase, and it will pass as well. I will show you what I'm trying to say. Let me run my code one more time. Now I'm going to enter name of the month like this, October. Since it changed all to lowercase, it will work. as you see. Miss Leila has something, or I will ask you to please enter a month, name, and start with uppercase. Yeah, but Miss Leila, never trust user. Okay, user, they do really strange things. Therefore, when you type a code, it should be user-friendly. You should take some responsibility of the user. That is good point, indeed. Okay, guys, are we clear with this switch statement? Shall we continue with something new? Well, let me check the time. I can't see the time. Okay, actually, this is break time now. Let's have a break. And after break, we are going to start with our new topic. Thank you, Mr. Okay, we are back. Let's continue. Are we ready? Everyone, if you forget to change these initials, okay, after I type, I change those initials. If you forget to change those initials to lowercase, your code will not work because we are making all of them in lowercase. And if they remain in capital letters, your code will complain. Make sure that you have changed them to lowercase. Okay, now let's create a new class. In this new class, we are going to change the topic. This is the third class for today, and we are going to learn ternary operators. Ternary operator 0.1. Let me share this with you. Okay, Mr. Rafat. Mr. Rafat is suggesting today we have 3 sessions and Java is going to make us tired. So could we please extend break times to 15 minutes? 10 is not enough. We are going to learn today really intensive topics. I agree with Mr. Rifat. In the next break time, I will give you extra 5 minutes break, okay? So we are going to have 50 minutes break. We have 1 break left. Okay. Sorry. Okay. You're mostly welcome. So we created our new class and we are going to learn ternary operators. Before starting ternary operators from here, I would like to share a slide with you. Can you see this empty screen? Do you see an empty screen? Yes? Okay. Okay. Guys, this is structure for if condition. Now it appears if condition, structure of if condition appears on the screen, correct? Yes? No? Yes. Okay. If condition, we write condition in brackets after if keyword, and we have 2 codes. This is if else statements. If the condition is true, I shared with you, but I will share Mr. Mustafa one more time. Okay, let us concentrate on this slide first. Mr. Fatih has shared already. Okay, guys, let us concentrate on the slides. If statement, we write if keyword, and then we open a brackets. We write condition inside the brackets. If the condition is true, this code will work. This code will be executed. Otherwise, if it is false, we will execute the second part. This is the syntax of if-else statements. Now, the structure we are going to learn is very similar to this structure, but very simple, yani much simpler than this. Are you excited? Let's go to new structure. We don't use any if or switch or something else. We just type the condition itself. A is greater than B, for example. A divided by 5 is equal to 10, for example. We just write the condition. And then we write question mark. Is this condition correct? Is A greater than B? Is that true? Okay. We put a question mark. You cannot put something else here. It must be question mark. Then you type first quote. Then if this condition is true, Ternary will execute the first quote and it will not execute the second one. But in case it is wrong, and then it will execute the second quote. Is this understood? The structure. Not difficult, correct? Let us make a practice. What do you think? I want to assign X a value which is on the right, but on the right-hand side, there is a Ternary statement. Yes. How can I understand that is Ternary statement? There is question mark and this sign, which means Ternary. First one is the option, condition. And then if it is true, this will be executed. If it is false, that will be executed. What will be the value of X? Can you tell me what will be the value of X? Perfect. How do we know that? Condition is telling me if Y is greater than 5. The answer is true. It is greater than 5. So which one I'm going to execute? The first one before this sign, between question mark and this sign. This code will be executed, which says that 2 times Y. So the value of 2 times Y is 20. And it will be, here there's assignment operator, it will be assigned as value of X. Yes, Mr. Emre, because it is true. Let's make another example. What do you think the outcome is going to be? Wow, you are great, guys. Everyone, perfect. So it is understood, right? Don't you think the structure is really simple? Instead of writing here, if Y is greater than blah, 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 or else blah, 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 there are no so many else brackets and complicated things. You may not even write those brackets. You may not even write those brackets, but writing them is better. I can see the groups. Okay, correct. The answer is 21. What happens? Y is less than 5. The condition is asking. It is false. Okay, Fatih. Yeah, there are cases that you like if statement. There are, for example, anyway, let us, by time, I believe you will use ternaries. In my company, the company that I work for certain time, the person was using this ternary so much. Okay. Y is less than 5. Is that correct? 7. Y is 7. Is 7 less than 5? Come on, that is not true. That is false, right? Y is less than 5 is false. If it is false, not this code, but the one after this sign will be executed. 3 times Y. 3 times 7 is 21. And then we are going to see value of X as 21. We have a couple of more examples. The first one, can you check example number 3? What will be printed on the console from number 3? Y is 112. Is Y greater than 5? Definitely. Therefore, first code will be printed on the screen. What about example 4? Y is less than 91 is wrong. So you are going to see on the screen horse. It will be printed horse on the screen. Great. So I think we understand the concept. Mr. Rifat, I will explain it if I'm not forgetting at the end of the lesson. Because such questions later on turn something out of the topic. Okay? I see your question, but if you remind me, I will answer at the end of the lesson. Okay, guys. And this one is tricky. I think several of you are going to fail to answer this question. Ms. Salman never gets sad. As you struggle, as you add values to yourself, you are becoming better person. You are already better person. So as you add values, no problem. Use calculator. Calculators are allowed. There are supposed to be 3 things written on the screen. One is results. The other one is Y. The other one is Z. So we will see 3 results on the console. And I think I did not get the correct answer, if I'm not mistaken. Let me check. What is result, Miss Hülya? Result is int. I think you get it correct, but result is a variable. Mr. Ahmed, no. If there is somebody already said the answer, maybe I'm okay. Miss Ayşe did it. Well done. Perfect, Miss Ayşe. Miss Ayşe get the correct answer. Okay, guys, let's check what happens. Are we ready? Perfect, Mr. Kadir. Mr. Kadir get the answer as well. Okay, let's check what is happening. Integer y, integer z, and then integer result. Result is going to be assigned from right-hand side, but on the right-hand side, there is a ternary statement. It starts with y is less than 10. Is y less than 10? No, it is not. So it is false. Which one will happen? This or that? The second one, z plus plus will happen. Yes, Mr. Hasan Basri. We are going to we are going to execute this code. So we are going to make increments and we are going to assign this as a result. Remember, there are 2 operations here. This is a headache. Remember, this is a somehow troublesome statement. Is this pre-increment or post-increment? This is first assign and then increase the value, which means post-increment. Therefore, I will assign result 11, which is the current value of z, and then I will increase z by 1. The result is going to be 11 because I assigned z first, and then I increase the value of z by 1. Result is 11. Why? I didn't touch y. Oh, this is still 11. And then value of z has increased. Therefore, it is 12. 11, 11, 12. Are we clear so far? Okay. Let's go back to our dear IntelliJ to write codes about this. If we write codes on IntelliJ, I think we will understand this even better. Those who like the structure, can you raise fingers? Can you raise hands? Maybe thumbs up. If you like the structure of ternary operator. Oh my God, only one person. Okay, there are few. We have 45 people here and only 5 of them or 6 of them, they like it. Thumbs up. Good, Mr. Ilham. Okay, guys, let's go on. I cannot make you like something. Why I am not able to write? Okay, now I can write. Example, We have done this example already, but now I want you to use ternary operator. Type code to check if a given number is even or odd. Thank you, Ms. Shemam. Thank you so much indeed. Guys, do not forget main methods. Okay, so let us type code to check if a given number is even or odd. We did this with if condition. Now let us do this with ternary operator. Int num1 is equal to 12. Suppose such a number is given. How am I going to check by ternary operator if this is even or odd? I will print, if it is even, I will print on the screen even. If it is odd, I will print on the screen odd. Okay, this is the task. I'm going to write ternary operator like num1 modulus 1, 2. When I divide by 2, I will get 0. So this is my condition. If this condition is true, let me write this in brackets. If this condition is true, I'm putting question mark. I will execute. I will write maybe. I will return a data. Let's say that this data is even. Because if it can be divisible by 2, that is an even number, correct? And then I will put this sign. If it is not divisible by 2, I will print on the screen odd. Okay, guys. Now, what am I supposed to do? Let me put this information into a container. I want to store this information, if it will be even or odd. Even and odd. What type of data are they? They are string, correct? So I will put them in a string container. And I will call this as result 1. Okay. Now, my string data, result 1, will be either even or odd. It depends on the condition. If the number entered here, yes, I agree. If the number is even, it is divisible by 2, then I will assign even as a string result. If the answer is false, I will assign odd as a result. Finished. Let's write print out result 1 on the console, and let's check if my code is running correctly. Is 12 even? Yes, it is even. Let us check with 32. Is 32 even? Of course, it is even. What about 33? Is 33 even? No, it is odd. And I see odd on the console. Let me check with negative number. Negative 33. It is odd. Let me check 0. 0 is even. I think the ternary operator and how it works is understood. Yes, you are right, Mr. Rens. Okay. Let me give you another example. write a code to check if given number has 3 digits or not. If it has 3 digits, let me share what we have done so far with you. If it has 3 digits, I'm sharing after main. Where is our Slack channel? Okay, here. I am not writing all class after main method. I copy it. Please, while you are pasting it, be careful. Okay. Do you want to try? Let me give you 1 minute. You try. Or 2 minutes. Okay, let me give you 2 minutes. You try. Don't share if you can do this. Okay, don't share the answer. After 2 minutes, you share your results, what you have done, your codes. Okay, let's continue. Mr. Haluk gets an idea, he typed, and I think, but where you write, Mr. Haluk, not equal to 0. Mr. Haluk, I should check. I didn't get your opinion. I mean, I don't get your idea. Okay, for number to have 3 digits, it should be between 99 and 1000, correct? I will use this approach as well. Integer num, I didn't use num in this class. I used num1. Let me say num2. Integer num2 is just a random number which has 3 digits. And I'm going to check if it has 3 digits or not. The result is going to be like this in my mind. It has 3 digits or it doesn't have 3 digits. So I expect to get string as a return type. The data that I am expecting is going to be string. And I will call this data as result2. Okay, guys? I will first write the statement. I will check if it is between 99. So integer num2 should be less than 1000. I will check for this. If it is less than 1000, is it enough? No, it's not enough. I need another condition to be true, which is num2 should be greater than 99. I'm getting good answers, and well done, everyone. Perfect. And many of you, we have the same approach, I think. Yes, Ms. Hassan. Mr. Hassan, where have you been? First lesson. Okay, guys. If this is true, and this is also true, then this sentence, this option is going to be true. I will put question mark because I am writing a Ternary statement. The first code, if both of them are true, this means that the number has 3 digits. My response or my return string is going to be like that. Okay, I can write like this. The number has 3 digits. But as you know, I like interactive feedbacks. I am going to write like this. Num2, I will use concatenation. Do you remember what is concatenation? I match string data with a number, or I combine 2 string data together. So number will be written first. 234 in this case has 3 digits. Okay? If this is true, it will be a number and it will be concatenated with this string, has 3 digits. If it is not, then I will use number 2, concatenate it with a string value. The number 234, it does not have 3 digits. Sorry. And then I will end the line. Let me share this one with you. It is very long sentence, difficult to read. Maybe if I share with you, it will be better for you. And then what I'm going to print, I will print result 2 on the console. Let's run the code. 334 has 3 digits. Let me change my number to 23. 23 does not have 3 digits. Let me change it to something which has 4 digits. 2353 does not have 3 digits. Okay, yes, Mr. Ahmed, I couldn't read it very in details, but I think you're right. Do you need me to explain any part? Do you want me to explain any part? Is this understood? I expect those who didn't understand to reply. Those who understand, maybe wait for a second. If you didn't understand, then ask for repetition. Let's draw first. Nobody replied yet, but I feel like I shall explain this. What happened here is this. Num2 is 0. Okay, Mr. Murat, you are like tester. Perfect. Actually, all developers should test the codes. This is unit testing. You should know about how to test your codes. Okay, guys. Now, the result, the answer is, let's say that 2003, I am checking for this condition. What is happening? I compare 2353 if it is less than 1000. So the result here is false. If result here is false, is there a need to check this one? No, this is going to be false. Java will not execute this code because we achieved first false answer. We will not run. There is first part of the code and second part of the code. We will not run the first part of the code. We will execute second part of the code. The number 2, which is 2353, will be concatenated with this value. There's space, so I will not start from here, does. Since there's space, I will put first space. This is why I leave space here. Okay, there's space here. After space, this sentence will be completed. And I will see this result on the console. If I enter a valid data, let's say this. Now, what happens in this case? I enter this data, I compare here, I get through from here, correct? Because 233 is less than 1000. And 233 is greater than 99 as well. This is also true. True and true will bring me true. If it is true, which code will be executed? I will check question mark. After question mark, till this sign is code 1, and after this sign, till end is code 2. which part of the code I will execute? The first part. So the number will be concatenated with has 3 digits, and I will see on the console that it has 3 digits. I think is understood. Do you need me to explain again? I did not ask Sherife, Miss Sherife. Writer should, the user should enter data. I am a bit like trying to gain time. I could ask user to enter data, and I can check the data that user entered is maybe 3 digits or whatever. To gain time, manually I am entering the data. Okay. You can add maybe after class with scanner. You can ask data. You might ask to user interact with the program. Okay. Shouldn't it be 9 or more is 2 digits? Okay. Now 2 digits number. This is the greatest 2-digit number. There is no number greater than this if it has only 2 digits. Okay. And the smallest 4 digits number is this. You cannot find any number which has 4 digits. Okay. And it is less than this. All other digits must be between all 3 digits number must lie between here. Maybe 100 is the smallest one. 999 is the greatest one. This has 3 digits. This also has 3 digits. So the limit is like this. Should be greater than 99, should be less than 1000. What if we write like this? If it is greater than or equal to 100, which is 3 digits and smallest, and the number is, hold on. This is my variable, right? Num2 is greater than or equal to 100, or I think you already understand what I'm trying to say. 999 should be less than or equal to num2. Will it work as well? Yes, it will work. Which one is better? This one or to write it that one? First. Here there is one comparison. We are checking for if it is less than or equal to. But here we will check if it is greater than and then equal to. We will make 2 operations in this. Okay. While you are doing this with one comparison here, one operation, I prefer this one. Okay. No need to make Java busy. Okay. Why we can't write that? Good idea, Ms. Sherife. You have mathematics basics, correct? You cannot, Mr. Fatih. In Java, there is no comparison. This is the way I know. You cannot write like this, guys. 99 greater than num2. In Java, there is no syntax like that. This is in mathematics, okay? This is in mathematics. In Java, there is no code like this. You can compare right with left. There are no 3 parts in Java. This is Javamatic, right? But your Javamatic. In Java, there is no like that. Yeah, Javamatic is different. I like that, Mr. Hassan. Perfect. Javamatic comparison operator works like this. Right one with left one, correct? So there shouldn't be 3 parts. Java will be confused. It always compare what is on the right with what is on the left. Okay, my dear friends, I think it's okay. In mathematics, it's fine, but not in Java. Comparison operator takes the compares the value on the right with value on the left. Okay, guys. This is done. Let's write another code. Write a code to calculate absolute value of a number. Again, I'm going to give the value manually. I will not use it to enter value. Oh, Miss Aisha, you have points. Well done. Perfect. Guys, Miss Aisha find a bug of my codes. Miss Aisha is telling me that if you enter negative 100 like this, if you enter a value like that, this code is not working. It has also 3 digits, but then my code is not working. Correct? Perfect. So how can I handle this? I can do like this. Yes, or operator. Why she done that? We were happy that we write our code, we completed our code. Good point, Miss Aisha. Perfect. We can type this one with negative numbers. Okay, we can copy this. Everyone, do you understand what Miss Aisha says? She said if this number is negative, yes, our code will not work. And she is 100% correct. So I should correct my code. I will use OR operator. And in the OR operator, I will copy this, the same thing. I copy this code and pass it over here. I will check. I will change them to negative signs. I will put them negative, okay? But also I should change this greater and equal sign. This is turning into mathematics. If number 2, negative 100 or negative 99, which one is greater? Negative 100 or negative 99, which one is greater? Negative 99 is greater. So my number should be less than negative 99 and greater than negative 1000. Okay, guys, if I do this, if I write my code like this, now it will work. Okay. Wow. Mr. Fatih is reminding us a fact. Guys, let's not go so deep in mathematics. Okay. Let's try to get the logic. And let us execute. Negative 233 has 3 digits. Mr. Fatih has a point. He checked in internet. He said that negative 233 does not have 3 digits. He says, according to ChatGPT. I am not that deep in mathematics. If this is 3 digits or this has not 3 digits. Use ignore case, guys. In numbers, there is no ignore case. Okay? But the code that we are going to write here to find absolute value. Okay? We can use this code first. I can find its absolute value first. And then I can run the second example. First run third example. And then run second example. This could be solution also. No need to type it long like this. Correct? First run second example. And then run third example. So sorry, first third and then second. We will take absolute value and then we will check if it has 3 digits. Let's continue. I think this didn't confuse your mind, but it has improved your understanding, most probably. Okay, mathematics today is hard, right? Okay, guys, let us try to concentrate on the third example. We will write absolute value of a number. Integer num3. This is the number we are using in the third example. Let's say it is negative 23. I need to take okay, you want me to slow down a bit, correct? Is that correct thing that I understand? Let me share the whole codes with you. Okay, nice. Now I will get another integer, and this will be my result. Result 4. Okay, good. Coffee, yeah. And then I'm going to write a statement. If num3 is less than 0, it means this is a negative number. Correct? If it is negative number, how can I change it to positive? With simple mathematics. I can multiply by negative 1. If I multiply my number 3, right? If I multiply number 3 by negative 1, it is going to be positive 23. Correct? If false, which means the number is not less than 0, which means the number is positive, you don't need to do anything. Just let your number remain as it is. This will take absolute value of your number. Let's check if 23 will return as, let's check if 23 will return as 23 and negative 23 will return as positive 23. Results, sorry, we are going to print results 4. This is third example. Why I write result 4? Let me change it so that they can be parallel. Okay, let's run it. When I enter negative 23, I got positive 23. And if I enter negative 3, I will get positive 3. If I enter positive 3, I will get positive 3. Nothing wrong. Is this understood, guys? Yes. Mr. Fatih, thank you for your contribution about 3 digits. But when we, our main idea is not to understand some philosophy, but I will read what you have shared for definitely. Our main target here to learn how to type codes. And if you face such problems in your working area, while you are writing a code, for example, negative 223, is it 3-digit number or 4-digit number? You will talk with your team leads. You will look specifications explained to you, requirements that are, if the requirements are not clear, you will talk with your Scrum Master, you will talk with your team leader. They will explain you, and according to their requirements, you will write your codes. Okay, guys, you have really good energy, and it is making me energetic also. Now I want you to type something different. Let me copy the task and share with you if I can do that. Hold on for a second. I feel lazy to type it down. I have prepared that one somewhere. Where? Okay, this code. I will share it with you instead of typing it all. And I will explain what do we mean by this code. Please copy this task on your IntelliJ. We are going to type a code and we want you to multiply two integers, okay? If the signs are same, both positive, you multiply them. Both negative, you multiply them. But one of them is positive, the other one is negative. Then you will print out a message. I do not know how to multiply. Okay? Like both of them are positive, 5 and 4, you will multiply and you will give out the result as 20. If the negative 3 and negative 2, you will multiply them and you will give result as positive 6. And if one of them is negative, like negative 4, and the other one is positive, positive 3, you will give a string data. I do not know how to multiply. Let's give two numbers. Of course, they are going to be integers. I'm going to write integer a, let's say 9, and integer b. I shared the codes, didn't I? Did I share somewhere else? Oh, sorry. I shared it somewhere else. Okay. You're mostly welcome. I shared with Mr. Aga Murat. Mr. Murat, I'm not sure if I'm spelling your name correct. We were writing something on the break time and I share your codes to him personally. He's a special person for me. Okay. And integer b is, let's say, -6. What I'm going to type, I'm going to check if, okay. And then I'm going to check my condition first, and I will return. Let's write return type later because there will be conflict here. This is a part that I want to teach you. This is an important part. Please pay attention what we are going to do now, okay? This is going to be a little bit difficult. We learned something very important. Okay, guys, I will check first of all if a is less than 0 and b is also less than 0. Or they need to have same sign, correct? A is greater than 0 and b is also greater than 0. If this is true, I am done. That is good. Or if this is true, still I can continue. My condition fits. It is fine. Suppose this is true. The second one is false. I will return true. Or suppose this is false. Second one is true. That will be true. If both of them is false, and one of them is less than 0, but the other one is greater than 0, then I will get false. If both of them less than 0, both of them greater than 0, it works. And what I'm going to write, if both of them they have the same sign, what I will do, I will multiply a by 5. Yes. What if they are not true? Now I will write on the console. I do not know how to multiply. Okay. I am supposed to assign this into a container. Now there is a problem. Since this one will return integer, I'm starting int result 4. And as you see, this will start complaining, but that one will complain. It says, it returns string, and are you trying to put string into integer container? Come on, you are kidding me. It will complain. If I change this to string, it will stop complaining. You see, it's not complaining anymore. But then this will complain. Are you trying to put integer into string container? Come on, are you kidding me? What am I going to do, guys? I cannot make both of them, both conditions satisfied, because this one returns integer and this one returns string. And specification of this task, they good idea, Mr. Çağatay. Specification of this task returns me. The first one should be integer. The second one should be a string. The problem is, I will try to draw. Please, my drawings are not that good, but your understanding, your comprehension is very good. I think you can feel my weaknesses. Okay, you can support me. Guys, the problem is like this. I will give example from daily life. Let's say this is Ted. Okay, this is one person. And this is Amy. As I said, my drawings are terrible. Okay? And as you know, guys, here, this data, this is Ted, is called as 9, and Amy is called as -6. When I'm calling those people, I call according to their data types. Data types in real life, let them be their father's name. Suppose that we are calling people according to their father's names, okay? In some cultures, people are called according to their father's names. Let's say that this is John, and this is Mary, or father, I said. Let's say this is Jack, okay? I want to call both of them. If I call them Amy, Amy's father, if I call John, okay, I can call only Ted. I cannot bring Amy to here because Amy's father is Jack, not John. If I call Jack, I can call only Amy. I cannot call Ted here because Ted's father is John. Here the problem is this. Integer, I cannot take into string data, or string, I cannot put to integer data. I am trying to relate this with our daily life. Okay. I need to find a common father. Who is common father for Jack? Who is common father for John? Also, therefore, he will be father of Ted and Amy. So who is this person? Who is the common father for all human beings? Adam, right? Okay. So if I call Adam, now I can bring these two people in the same container. Do you understand that? This daily life example. Okay. In Java, is there father of all classes? We don't have parent-child relationship yet. There are some classes, parents of other classes. There are classes, child of other classes. We don't know them yet. But Adam in Java class, who is the father of all classes, do you know what is its name? No. Guys, if you were my students, I would give you some good marks. Thank you. You are complimenting so much. Okay. Tell me, please, what is the name of father class in Java? It is father of all classes. Nobody knows? Oh, okay. Mr. Haluk said that. Thank you, Mr. Haluk. Free channel is better. I'm joking. It is objects. Okay, guys. So if they ask you what is object, do not explain like this. Otherwise, you won't get offer. If you want to get offer, don't say like father of all classes. You should use technical terms. Okay, not like that. Object, perfect. So let me clear this screen. If I call this object, guys, if I call this object, now object is father of string, father of arrays, father for integer, whatever, long. You can use object data for all data types. Okay, this is the largest class in Java, largest data type in class Java, largest data type in Java. Okay, it contains all of them. Like Prophet Adam has no father. Is there a father for Prophet Adam? No. Object class has no father. Okay. Okay, guys. Now, as you see, my code stop complaining. We learned something here. Object data type is parent of all classes in Java. And then I can print out the result. And I will see the result on the console. If 9 and -6 are given, as you see, I do not know how to multiply. I got that response. If both of them are positive, I got results. If both of them are negative, I'm checking the conditions that I should check. I got the results. Okay, there is no uncle object. I think it's clear. Is there anything you want to ask me, guys? Maybe anything I need to explain again. Let me share my codes. I mean, is object is our uncle. And Java's Adam. Object. Thank you, Mr. Hassan. Yeah, human. Java knows math very well. Yes, it knows math very well. Okay, we are not using new. We are not creating a new object by using a class as a template, Miss Ozzy. Okay? We are just declaring a variable, and this is result 4, and we make its data type objects. Okay? This is slightly different thing. I don't want to confuse your mind. This is why I don't want to spend time about explaining it. If I start explaining, we will lose time. And now it seems like you understand, good understanding of something, but you will get confusing. Can you mute Miss Aisha, please? People in live channel, can you mute Miss Aisha? Miss Aisha should not attend our lessons. Miss Aisha brought a new idea. What if one of the numbers is 0? Do you take it as positive or negative number? Should it multiply it or shouldn't multiply that? In this case, because we said greater than 0, less than 0, and we didn't define what will happen to 0. But we didn't declare in case it is 0, what will happen? Correct? I will get from here false because a is not less than 0. I will get false from here. I will get false from here as well. And I will get in my answer, I do not know how to multiply. It will not tell me the results. Okay? Because one of them is negative, the other one is neutral. Correct? So this is false. This is false. False and false will be false. Therefore, in the outcome, it will print, I do not know how to multiply. If I make this positive, again, it will not multiply. You will see, I don't know how to multiply because this is neutral and this is positive. Ms. Ayşe, good point. And you are a very simple code, guys. I am given a very simple task, but to write that simple task itself is troublesome, isn't it? I need to think of different scenarios. I need to think very carefully, right? So writing codes is very fun. And as you get culture of writing codes, you feel like you are doing amazing things. Shall I continue? Registered students are thanking you, Ms. Ayşe, for your comments. They are asking me to share my comments to Ms. Ayşe. They are saying, you are bringing another level to the lesson. But I am not enjoying it, Ms. Ayşe. You are forcing me. I'm kidding. Okay, let's continue. I think this is enough. No, let's make one more example. Let's create one more class. I thought we have done this. C04 ternary statements, ternary operator. 02. Do I have any spelling mistake? No. I can share with you class name. I will share the whole class, Miss Emine. One, two, three, and then main method. There is something called as leap year. Do you know what is leap year? But let's do something easy first. You will do it, I will not. To show you, but can you do this? First, let me give you example about nested ternary. And then we will do that leap year example. We are going to solve two examples. First one is to show you how we can use nested ternaries. In nested ternary, there are ternary inside a ternary, such a structure. Let's read this task. Type code to check if an integer is odd. Okay, I will type a code to check if it is odd. Let's first start integer number is equal to 22, something like this. And then I will start my ternary statements. I will check if num is divisible by 2. Okay, now I'm checking. We will continue with leap year question as a next example, number 6. Okay, first concentrate on nested ternary and then I will teach. We will solve together about leap year. Okay. First, we will check if the number is odd or even. If it is even, now I will check if it is even. Suppose it is even, then I will write here my code, okay? And my code is asking check again if it is divisible by 3. Now I am going to write another ternary here because I will make another check. I will check again if num is divisible by 3. I start another ternary. What will I do if it is divisible by 3? Type the code if it checks the integer is odd, and if it is even, it should be divisible by 3. Okay, and I'm going to write divisible by 3, even, and divisible by 3, even, not divisible by 3. So if it is like that, what am I going to write? I will write it is even and divisible by 3. Okay? If it is not divisible by 3, what I'm going to do? I'm going to type even, but not divisible by 3. Okay? What if it is not even? I am just going to write odd. All data here are string. Therefore, I will store this in a string container. String result will be equal to this. Oops. Yeah, it's like that. Okay. When I see this, I thought that the bracket is not closed. This is my code, first code. Okay. This is my second code. This is my ternary. I check first condition. I check first condition. If it is true, let me take my hands let me take my pen in my hands. This is first part of the ternary and the second part of the ternary statements. And this is my condition. Correct? If my condition works, I will run this one. If it is true, I will run this one. But when I start running this, I will see another ternary here. It says, check if number is divisible by 3. If it is true, I will write this one. What if it is false? In case this is false, I will print this one. Okay? Now imagine that the condition is not true, it is false. The first condition is false, then I will print. If first one is false, I will print directly this one. Let me mark them. This is first one true, first one false, and also second one true, second one false. Could I explain what I mean here? Yes. I will make a comparison. If this is true, I will run the first code, but first code is here, up to this semicolon. This semicolon is very important. This is differentiating the first and second part of the ternary. Okay? Since it is true, I will run the first part. But in first one, there is also ternary. I will check for this condition. If it is true, I will run first part of the second statement. So this is going to be outcome. Let me clear the screen. And let us run the code. Not this one, that one, sorry. Oh, okay, but I didn't do anything. I didn't print the screen on this. Let me print the outcome. What I have done. Okay, results. Let's run result and let's run result and see. Even, but not divisible by 3. Is that correct? 22. I will explain one more time. It is complicated, Miss Uranus, correct? Yes. Let us check what is happening for 22. Can you tell me, please? When I enter value as 22, as I compare here, number 2, is it divisible by 0? What will be the return? It will return true. Correct. So which code will be executed? This is starting from question mark. It continue till the, oops, I cannot fit it into my screen. Let me find a solution for this. Hold on. I cannot decrease its size. Okay, maybe we can start from here. Is it okay? We start from here. I enter here the value as 22. Is 22 divisible by 2? Is it divisible by 2? Yes, it is. So since it is divisible by 2, I will get through. When I get through, which part of the code do I run? First part. And first part starts from question mark, ends till the double this sign. Okay, it goes up to here. So I will start my first part. Now I go in this first part because this is true. I will try to execute this whole thing. This whole thing is in fact another ternary because you see I make another comparison here. What is the value? Is it true or false? Now I check, is 22 divisible by 3? That is false. If it is false, which part am I going to execute? First part of the ternary, which is here, up to double quotes here, or second part of the ternary? Since it is false, it will take me to the second part of the ternary. And this will be assigned as string data. Okay? I start with the first one. I go to this block here. And from this block, I see another ternary. I execute this ternary. I find false, which takes me to the second part. And then this is the answer. I mean, this is going to be string data. Let's check for 18. If I try 18 now, what will be the outcome? Let's check for 18. When I take 18 as my data, what will be the result in the first part, first ternary? What will be result from the first ternary if I start 18 as my input? True or false? True. Since it is true, am I going to write this? Am I going to execute this part or the second part? Of course, I will execute the first part because it is true. Now I will check this first part. There is ternary inside, which is this. Is 18 divisible by 3? Is 18 divisible by 3? Yes. So the answer is going to be true. If it is true, which part I am going to execute? First part of the code I will execute. I will execute here. And the string, I will store this data in string container. It will be printed here, even and divisible by 3. Okay? And let us check 21. If I enter 21 as a data, what will happen? I will get false from here. Which part of the code I will execute? I will execute second part of the code. So I will go and run this part. There is no ternary here. It will be simple. I will print out on the console. Okay, guys? Okay. I will share with you something else. Because you are very kind people. Although you didn't understand, you may keep silent. Do you see my screen, everyone? Hold on. I will do something. I will arrange it, and then I will share with you. Just give me a second, please. Okay. I think now I can share, but where is my Zoom? Okay. Now, nested ternary works like this. There is condition, okay, code 1 and code 2. Yes, this is good, Mr. Gökhan. As you force limits of your brain improves. We are using very little part of our brain. But the problem in code 1 is this, it has another ternary inside. So condition, code 1, code 2. Correct? When you go to code 2, it might have another ternary inside. So you should go step by step. If condition, the first condition is true, you should go here, the blue one, and then you should check condition. If it is true, result is going to be that orange code 1. If it is false, green code 2. Let's check an example. Okay, take out paper and pencil. I don't think you can do this without pencil or pen, or maybe you can do that. Let me not underestimate you. Can you tell me what will be the results? Wow, we are very fast. Some people, they are mathematician, I think. You are telling me 16. Let's check. Okay, let's check. The first statement, I will start from here. It says y is greater than 5. Is that true or false? It is true. So I am going to execute first part of the code, correct? Yes. And in first part, I will check this one. Is y less than 10? Y is 8. Sorry, there are two y here. What's wrong? Okay, separate times. First, we are trying this one, okay? And then later you can try with this one. Later you can try with this one. And later you can try with this one. Okay, first we are trying with 8. And 8 is less than 10. This is true. What will be the outcome? Since it is true, I will execute first part. 2 times 8 is 16. Let's check with 12 and I will stop. Okay? We will continue with codes. No, break time will start. So let me finish this. And then after break, we can continue. Let's check for 12. Is 12 greater than 5? It is true. So I start here. Is 12 less than 10? It is false. So I will go here. The result will be 3 times 12, 36. Correct? Let us check for let me change the color. Let us check for y is equal to 4. If I check this is false, I go to second part. Okay, here. Is 4 greater than 10? No, it is also false. 3 plus 4 will be 7. Outcome will be 7. I think it is understood. Nested ternary. Am I right? Yes. Let's give break for 15 minutes. Mr. Rifat asked for that. Yes, Rifat. 15 minutes break, and then we will be back. And we will continue from where we stopped. Okay, we are back from the break, guys. Let us solve together one interview question. And we will do this question by using Ternary statements. Yes, under same class. No need to create a new class because this class is short, isn't it? Just 12 lines. We can save time. Leap year question. Yes. What is leap year? This is the definition of leap year. This is scientific definition of leap year, guys. Many of us, as a general culture, we thought that if we can divide number by 4, it is leap year. But this is not true. For example, 1900, this is not a leap year. It is divisible by 4, but 1900 is not a leap year. Leap year is due to February 28. Every 4 years, February is once in an every 4 years. February is 29. I couldn't explain this. I think, but you understand. There is one increasement in the number of days. It is not 365. It is 366. Once in every 4 years. So that year is called as when you reach, if you can see 29th of February, you are lucky, you are in the leap year. I think you understand. So now we are supposed to write a code which check if the year is a leap year or not. The definition of leap year, scientific definition of leap year, if you search on Google, you will find the definition like this. If the year is divisible by 100, then we check it should be divisible by 400 also. If it is true, then we can call this as leap year. But if it is not divisible by 100, then we shall check if we can divide that number by 4, it is leap year. Otherwise, not leap year. So let us write. To do this, I am thinking, should I use scanner class or let me just continue in shortcut? I will enter numbers by myself. Let's call this as year. Okay. Let's say, for example, 2000. I will start with 2000. The condition I am writing, as you see from this sentence, I check if it is divisible by 100. Yes. And then I will check again if it is divisible by 400. How am I going to do this? I will check and it will return me string. Yes, it is leap year, or it is not leap year, like that. Let's call this as result. I used result already. Let's call this result 2. Okay. Now I write my condition. First condition is if divisible by 100. I will take my year and I will check if it is divisible by 100. If it is divisible by 100, remainder will be 0. By this code, I am checking that my number is divisible by 100 or not. Okay, I check that condition. After I check that condition, I will put question mark. If it is true, now I'm going to write the true part. If it is true, let me write this in brackets so that I can separate from the second part of the code. Okay, I will write here first code. I check that it is divisible by 10, it's divisible by 100 or not. And then I shall check if it is divisible by 400. How can I check if it is divisible by 400? I'm going to write year, modulus operator, and 400. Remainder should be 0. If I write this code, I check that if it is divisible by 400. If the answer is true, yes, it is divisible by 400, then I will call that this is leap year. Okay, I check one more time. It is divisible by 100. Yes. It is divisible by 400. Yes. Then it is leap year. If it is not, I'm going to print it's not leap year. Or let me write the same format, not leap year. Let me check one more time. I check if it is divisible by 100. If it is true, I check if it is divisible by 400. If it is also true, then this is leap year. That sentence is telling me this. First check for 100 and then check for 400. If both true, then it is leap year. If this is not true, not leap year. I come to second part. I check if it is divisible or not. Suppose that I got it is not divisible by 100. So I start from the second part of the code. After this semicolon. What I'm going to check? If it is divisible by 4, it is leap year. So I will check if my year is divisible by 4. Do you mind if I take this line down here so that I can see what I'm writing? You can see what I'm writing. If year is divisible by 4, the remainder will be 0. I will put Ternary statement as putting question mark. I'll declare that this is a Ternary statement. If it is true, it will be leap year. If it is not true, it's not going to be leap year. I copy this one here and paste it here. And close the statement and the statement. It is done, actually. Let's print it out. We will print result 2. Let's check those examples. 2000 should return me leap year. I will. Okay, 2000 is leap year. 2001, not a leap year. Not leap year. Very famous example, 1900. 1900. It is not leap year. Not leap year. But in general culture, most probably we thought that this is a leap year. But by definition, if you check Google, if you don't understand what is leap year or not, you better search a little bit on the Google. Okay, you will find some articles about that. You can understand it better. Shall we see on codes how this works, or it is clear, it is understood? Shall I draw some diagrams to explain how it works? Or if you understand clear, says Meral. What about others? It looks clear, but confusing. Wow. Okay. Perfect. So from both channels, I got all good. Perfect then. It is confusing though, like a brain work. Perfect, guys. I am very glad that you are good. Thank you, Miss Ozzy. That is your goodness. Yani. Okay, this is your kindness, let me say. Let's create a new class then. We are starting a new topic. And this topic, we are going to use in codes so much. Whatever you are doing, later on, you will work with Selenium classes, you will work with API tests, and you will deal with except SQL. In SQL, I think you're not using Spring manipulation so much. I couldn't find an example currently, but in API tests, in Selenium tests, this will be one of your main tools. Loops, definitely you are going to use. If conditions, definitely you are going to use, but also string manipulations. You will need how to manipulate a string so much. So please be careful and don't forget to practice what we have studied. There should be practical questions on your resources. Okay, pass through those questions, guys, especially about string manipulations. 05. And also, yesterday we have shared with you some new way of how to study. You can check recordings of some. Mr. Süleyman is giving you also some explanations about practical samples, like projects, small projects. Check those recordings. Oops, no, not ternary. We're going to talk about string manipulations. I'm going to share class name with you. Okay. I forgot to share this class. Okay. Let me write you example, and from this example, perfect, Mr. Hassan. From this example, guys, I will explain something. Count. This is not count. Count the alphabetical. If I make spelling mistake, please correct me. Okay. Count the alphabetical characters in a given string. To do this, suppose string is given maybe like this. Tone 12 plus thanks exclamation mark dot dot dot. Something like this. T is a letter, correct? O, M, they are letters. So I'm going to count 3. 1, I will not count 1. 2, I will not count 2. It is digit. Space is character, but I will not count space. It is not letter. It's not alphabetical. H is number 4. A is 5. N is 6. K 7. And S is 8. I'm not going to count exclamation mark and those dots. I'm not going to count them either. From this string, I am going to return 8. How can I write such a code? This is my target. Guys, first of all, I want to explain something new with you. I want to discuss something new with you. This is about regular expressions. When do we use regular expressions? If we handle group of data. We use regular expressions. And regular expression is abbreviated as regex. Okay? What do we mean by group of data? For example, I am not going to take digits here. I will cancel digits. So digits, how many digits are there? 10, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 0. There are 10 digits. If I want, I will write something in Java, something very short, but its meaning is going to be 10 digits. For example, I will select capital letters. I will select lowercase letters, or I will say all letters. When I handle a group of data in Java, there is shortcut to write that down. Okay, and that shortcut is called as regular expression. Okay, in short way, regex. When you hear regex, it means regular expression. Sometimes when you use a function, a method, in the bracket, it is written there, regex, which means you shall write there regular expression. I will give you some examples. For example, if I want to find all uppercase letters, how do we write regex for all uppercase letters? We will use that square brackets. I couldn't say it. We are going to use square brackets. You will write uppercase letter and then Z. So uppercase Z. This means all characters from A to Z, but they are in uppercase. If you write this notation, guys, it means this is a regex, and this covers all letters from A to Z, which are in uppercase. Isn't that simple? Yes, all lowercase letters. All lowercase letters, can you predict what would be the regex for all lowercase letters from A to Z? Yes, like that. What about all letters It can be uppercase or lowercase. You will type like this, A to Z. You will not write here comma or anything else. You will continue typing A to Z. So all uppercase letters and all lowercase letters, they bring me all letters. What about all digits? Any idea? How can I write perfect, Miss Semra? I will write 0 to 9, all digits. What if letters from B to M? I want to write all letters, but from B to the M. All letters from B to M. I think you get concept. You will write B slash M. Yes. Isn't syntax clear? What if letters are group of letters, but they are not listed alphabetically, like A, B, C, D. From B, it starts like C, D, E, F, all of them, they follows till M. When you put that slash, okay, no, it's not slash. When you put that sign, it says start from left, go up to the right. All the values between these two. Okay, but what if I have group of letters, but they are not like a list. They are not in ascending order, or they are not in order, like A, K, M, R, and E, let's say. What if I want to take all these letters? The syntax, which means all these letters, okay? You're not going to write comma, no. You are going to write them next one after the other, like A, K, M, E, R. Did I forget any? No, the order is not important. When you write those letters, it will take A, it will take K, it will take M, it will take E, and it will take R. It will take all these characters. Whatever you put inside this square bracket, it will take all these characters one by one. Are we clear? Okay. There is also a different usage. I can say, for example, all characters except I couldn't write except spelling, so I will use different syntax. All characters different from letters. How can I write all? Yes, thank you. But I changed my word already. All characters different from letters. All characters except letters. How can I write this syntax? Do you know how to make this sign? Okay. If you put this in front, not exclamation mark, because remember, in Java, when we are using operators, A is greater than B. If you put exclamation mark in front, it means it's not greater than, correct? Or maybe you write true in front of true. If you put exclamation mark, it makes not true. For example, if you couldn't type this symbol, you can copy from Kadir. Mr. Kadir has shared that symbol in Slack. You can copy this one and then paste it. Okay, it is in my keyboard. If you press Shift and 3, but I am using Turkish keyboard. Mr. Taner, is yours Shift and 6, for example, another friend is using. Try Shift 6. Some people, they are using Shift plus 3 in Q Turkish Windows. And Miss Ayşe shared. Okay, these are some regex expressions. Yes, Miss Ayşe. Shift 6 in many. Okay, guys. I think you will, one of them will work. Shift 6 or Shift 3. Okay. When you type this letter, and then you can type, for example, all characters different from letters. I will select all characters, but let's start from step by step. Instead of different from letters, let's say different from uppercase letters. Okay, I changed this because I want to go step by step. Now I will select all characters, but not uppercase letters. This means all characters except uppercase letters. Let's copy this. And paste. And I will now type lowercase. All characters except lowercase letters. I will change this lowercase a and this as uppercase a, lowercase z. Or all character different from letters. If I write like that, I will type like this. I don't think it works here. Let me try. Oh, it works. I thought that it happens, Mr. Fat, in the codes, not when I'm writing comments. Okay, thank you for reminding. All characters different from digits. So I will take everything, but not digits. I'll write here 0 to 9. Are we clear? If I ask you, different from letters and digits, what do you write? Let me see. What am I going to write here? You write, I will check. Yes. Yes, Mr. Fatih and Miss Julia. Perfect. So I'm going to write like this. All capital letters, lowercase letters, and numbers. Okay, guys. This means I take only symbols or punctuation marks like those. There will be there are so many characters, but I will not select any letter. I will not select any capital letter or small letter. I mean, lowercase letter, or I will not select any number as well. There is syntax for all punctuation marks. This syntax is different. You don't need to learn all syntax, guys. When you need, you will. Does order matter in the exact letters? I didn't understand. Anyway, guys, you don't need to memorize all the syntax. Okay. What you need to do is, these are essential ones. You need to know them. Uppercase, lowercase, these are very important and whatever. But there are also very detailed ways of writing regular expressions. There are some logic operations you can use while you are writing regular expressions. Okay, good ones. But you don't need to write them. If you know those basic ones, they are going to be used so much and they are enough for you. You can type some codes to do what regular expression is doing. Or you can spend time and check, improve your understanding. Okay? All punctuation marks. Punctuation mark has different expression. Is it forward slash? Let me check my notes. I didn't memorize this. Okay? It's supposed to be like that. Hold on. Not this one. Okay, like that. We are going to write P and open close curly brace. Yes, perfect. Yeah, double slash, sorry. Yes. Curly brace. And then you are going to write here punk with T. For myself, I didn't memorize this. When I need it, I search and then I use it. Because very rare, I don't know when I used this the last time. Most probably last year when I was teaching Java. Because there's one example, we are going to use punctuation marks. This is why I also share with you. But I rarely use all punctuation marks. I need to find all punctuation marks. I don't know, I didn't check, but we can check. We will do a example about this. Okay, we can check there if it works or if it doesn't work. Okay, guys, we will do an example about this. There are other regex like Miss Ayşe shared. You can talk about. There are shortcuts also. Like, for example, all digits, there's a shortcut which describes all digits. But I don't think we need to memorize all. You can also, okay. Mr. Fat, I read your message already. Guys, this is all about regular expressions. Why I choose you, why I explain you those regular expressions? Because we are going to use them very much in our string manipulations. Let me share this part, those notes with you. You can copy if you couldn't copy right yet. And now we can start our task. Did we create main? Yes. We are going to take this as a string. Let's take this as our string. And we are going to count alphabetical characters in that string. Let's call this as name. String name is Tom 12 space Hanks exclamation. Yes. Okay. And then we can end the statements. Guys, we need to produce a strategy first. How we are going to count? Okay. How we are going to reach our target? What do you think? What we are supposed to do? I am supposed to remove the characters which are not letter. For example, 1, I am supposed to remove this one. 2, I am supposed to remove this 2. And then there is space here. I should remove this space. H, A, N, K, S. I shouldn't touch them. I should remove this exclamation mark and those dots. I don't want them. And then after doing this, I should start counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. I should count them as a second step. How can I do that? By using usable methods of strings. Let's start them. I will write name of the string first of all. Okay, guys? And then I will hit dots. There are so many methods that I can use. The one that I'm going to introduce you is replace all currently. Now, when you select replace all, what you are supposed to enter, do you know meaning of regex? Regular expression. Okay, yes. I will select regex. And then what I want to do, I want to remove everything which is not letter. So everything except letter. How do we write that? To start writing regex, you need to start with, guys, double quotes. After name of the string, please select replace all method and then put this semicolons like that. I couldn't say this. Double quotes like this. And then we will write our regex inside this double quotes. What does it mean? Except from letters. This, I'm going to write this sign from A to Z, and from A to Z. This is expression for everything except letters. They will be replaced. Now I put dot, sorry, comma. I put comma. I will replace everything except from letters. With what? With nothing. If I do this, actually, I will reach what is my target. But I think this is first time that we are learning this syntax. We might find this a little bit difficult and confusing. Let me introduce you with replace all methods, first of all. Okay, let's go step by step. This is my string, correct? And let me print this out. Okay, first, there is character inside, which is dots, correct, guys? 1, 2, 3 dots. Okay, let me share the whole class. It shall work now. No problem. Now I will replace dot because it takes only, if I write here dot and maybe exclamation mark. What do I mean here? Take dots and also exclamation mark. Okay, I can add here multiple characters in form of regex and then replace them by star. I want to print this on the console. Put dots and please write south. Are you all did this? How did I get that replaced? This one, you mean these things don't care about them. They comes there automatically. If you mean replacement, this is about maybe my IDE. You may not see these ones. If you write replace all, okay, if you write replace all, and then you write this one, and then that one, it's all fine. If you don't see these explanations, it might be about my adjustments. I couldn't say it. My settings, it might be related with my IntelliJ settings. Okay. When I do this, this code means change all dots and exclamation marks with stars. Let's run the code and see what will happen. I'm trying to explain you what is replace all method does step by step. As you see, I change in the outcome exclamation mark and dots with stars. Let me cancel this exclamation mark. When I run it, now exclamation mark will be there, but dots will be replaced. You can replace any value. For example, you can change, let's say, 2 and 1. The order is not important. You can write 1 and 2. Okay, I will show. After I write this, after I write this, to the end, put dot, and just write salt. That's it. Okay. You can write any variable, for example, name. If it is string, you put dot and then just write salt. It will print it automatically. It will put it automatically in system out println. Okay, now if I run this code, it will take all twos and all ones. It will replace them all by asterisk. Let's run the code. You see, now 1 and 2 has gone. Instead, I got Tom star star Hanks. Or I can select, I can do like this. All spaces, replace them by asterisk. Let's run it. You see the space between Tom and Hanks. It has replaced by asterisk. Are we okay with the functionality of replace all methods? Yeah. Now I'm going to write here. I'm going to select multiple data. This is why I am preferring to use regex. Select all characters except letters. Now it will select all, it will not select capital letters, it will not select lowercase letters, but all other characters, it will replace by not star. I want to replace them by nothing. So replacing by nothing means you are going to remove them. Let's print it out and see what's going to happen on the console. As you see, there is nothing left, no space, no numbers, no dots, no symbols. I am left with only letters. Are we clear? Okay. And then, yes. And then I think we understand replace all method and how it works. And then I can put dots and I can find length of the string. Now length of the string will does this. It will count this Tom Hanks, okay? It will count number of characters inside the string. It will tell me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, sorry, 8, and then it will stop. Let's print it out and see on the console. Okay, let's write little notes about what we have done. Shall I write my code like this so that we can see it in one screen? First, we learn a useful method, which is replace all. What this method does, there could be several ways, Mr. Ahmed, but this is the clear way in my mind. If you know what it comes to my mind like this, maybe you can write a suggestion. There is no syntax like that. Length is a method and it doesn't work with regression. I mean, I never used length with regex. If there is functionality of length with regex, you can do it. Let's try. If you can do that, maybe let me know also. I never seen length is working with, yeah, okay. I never seen length is working with regex. Okay. Yeah, we can try maybe after lesson. I will try, you try also. We can let us know each other. This is the syntax that comes to my mind first. And there are several ways of doing it. When you are dealing with especially strings, you have find so many different ways of handling one problem. Replace all methods from, as we can understand from its name, replaces regex how can I say, replaces group of data. Let me write like that. From string with something else. Replace all is used to, let me change it, replace group of data from string with something else. What we did here, we changed everything which is not letter, we replace them with nothing, or you can replace them with anything else that you want to do. Okay. Let me check my notes. And what about length method? It counts the number of characters. In a string. Let's do another example together. You are going to be given a password. And let's say that, oh, sorry, password is going to be string. And that password has different characters, maybe lowercase characters, some numerical values, some uppercase, maybe question mark. And what I want you to do is that I want you to change all numerical values by asterisk, because we want to hide this the password. We want to make password hidden. So string hidden password is going to be equal to what? Can you try to write this one? We are not going to change letters, Miss Julia. I couldn't explain maybe. Only numbers. Your syntax is good, but we are supposed to change only numbers. Otherwise, it's fine. Perfect. I'm going to write hidden pass. Sorry, I'm going to take password as a string. And then I will select replace all again. Now I will open double quotes and my square brackets. Inside, I'm going to say all letters. So all letters is this, right? All numbers. All numbers is this, comma. I'm going to replace them by asterisks. So this is the way to hide your password. We are going to hide all numerical values by asterisks. Let's print it out to see our hidden password. As you see, all the numerical values 1 to 6 are replaced by asterisk, and that 5 is also replaced by asterisk. Do we need to explain this, or it's understood? Oh, that's nice to hear that. Example 3 then. Perfect. I want you to get initials from full name. I will give you a string name. Name is already given. Let's call this name 2. I will declare name for you. But before, I want to make a little bit brainstorming. Guys, name can be like this. Tom Hanks. Straightforward. And I want you to get, I want you to print T and M on the console. Or the user might enter after space. He could write like this. Tom Hanks. He might write like this. And from here, I want you to return T and H again. Or user is funny. He might write like that. Tom Hanks. Like that. And spaces at the end, maybe. I want you to return again T and H. The first should be T and H, yes. Okay, this is our task. However you write this, capital letter, lowercase letter, it's not important. I want you to get a correct answer. Maybe going step by step is better. I want to show you 3 methods as well. Shall I explain it here or maybe in next step? Let me explain here because it seems you understood it. Let me take this as an input. Okay, this will be my string data. Tom. There is space at the beginning, Tom like this, space at the middle, Hanks like that. Guys, if I'm a little bit confused, I think I shall go step by step. Let's make sure that step by step is better. Okay, because I did at the same time, I shouldn't teach you more than 3 or methods. Let's go step by step. How can I get first letter and how can I get initials from first word and from second word? How could I do this? There's a problem here. Miss Aisha might say that, so I'm afraid. Let me write an explanation here. Middle names are excluded. Okay? So there are no middle names, Miss Aisha. Don't tell me like Tom, Jack, Hanks, like this. Okay? We are going step by step. Okay, guys. First, I will get name 2. How can I get first initial from a string? Perfect. I have substring methods. There are several ways of doing this. I will use substring method. Okay. When I use substring method, I am going to declare two variables, two datas. First one is starting index, and the last one is ending index. When I get name to substring 0, 1, let us see by printing it out on the console what it will be, how it's going to be. I will explain what substring method does. Okay. Substring method takes this string, okay, takes this string and divide it into a smaller string. It takes two parameters. First one is starting index. It starts from here, and this is inclusive. So you include the first one. The second parameter is ending, final index. It ends here. Okay. And this is excluded. You do not add this in the string. And string data, for example, think of Tom Hanks. They work with indexes. This is index 0. This is index 1. This is index 2. This is index 3. Index 3 is space. Index 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay? It works with indexes. Is there? Yeah. If I write here, maybe 1, and here 5. What do you think that I will get here as an outcome? Substring method works with indexes. First index is, what is first index? First one is T, isn't it? First one is O, sorry. 0 index is T. First one is O. It will start from O. And then second is M. First, second. Third is space. Fourth is H. Fifth is exclusive. Fifth is not going to be there. So I am going to see only OM space H on the console. Let's run the code. As you see, OM space H on the console. Do you understand how can I use substring with indexes? If I want to get Hanks only from the console, I can write like this. What is the index of H? 4. I can write 4. What is the index of S? What about S? Is index of S 8? Yes. If I write like this, I will not see S on the console. Let's run. Why there is no S on the console? Because ends is excluded. If I want to start from number 4 and I want to continue till end, okay, I will show you the syntax. One of our friends say that let us write 9. Let's see what happens when we write 9. It works. Although there are 8 indexes, to write 9 seems a little bit confusing to me. I don't like it because length of this is 9 actually. Yeah, there's no problem. It works. Okay, it works. But most of the time we prefer to do like this. We start from 4. We don't write end points. It means it will continue till end. Okay, let's run it. If we want to write till ends, most of the time, we prefer to write only one input, which is beginning index. We don't write there the end index. So it will write up to end. Do we understand how to use substring methods? If we use two variables, the first one is included, but the last one is excluded. And and strings, they work with indexes. Don't start counting. T is first, O is second. No, index means start from 0. So let's continue. I take my string. I am going to split it into pieces. First, I will start the first index, and then I will end with the index 0 and index 1. 0, the first number will be taken, but the second number is not going to be taken. Now I have string in my hands. Okay, I need to change this to uppercase, and I will change this to uppercase method. What I have done so far. Let me take out that system out println. What I have done so far, string first initial. I take my string, I cut piece from that string. This is still string, okay? So I change that string to uppercase. Now I have the first initial. This is way to get first initial. What about how can I get second initial? Okay. I will take my name again in my hands. This time, I am going to split it. What does split method? What split method does? It cuts string in 2 pieces. Okay. Let me explain this. My string is Tom Hanks. This is my string. Tom. Actually, this O is in capital. Space H A N K and S. This is my string. If I use, let's play with it. Okay. Let's play with it. Hold on. Guys, I want to check something. I want to make sure that I am not making any problem. Okay, I'm not going to use regex. Okay. Now it's fine. Okay, guys. Split method works like this. It split this string into pieces. And I selected here space. So it's going to cut my string into 2 pieces. It will cut from here. Since I write here space, it will cut from here. And then it will put them in indexes. This is index 1 and this is index 0 and this is index 1. Since I write here index 1, it will print me hangs on the console. Okay. This hangs is because of that. Let's change this to 0. Now, what am I going to see on the console? Three consecutive Java lessons is tiring for me also, guys. You can see my performance is decreased. It is tough. Let us play with it. If I split from M, not from space, but from M, do you want me to get how many index I'm going to have? Let's put 5. There's no 5. What do you mean? Guys, if I'm going to put here M, from where I'm going to cut my string? I'm going to cut my string from M. Okay? This is going to be index 0. There is no other M. This is going to be index 1. Are you kidding? I don't understand. So what I will see if I print here 0, what I will see on the console? I write here M. I am splitting from M. Guys, you are also tired, I think. Yes. It will cut from M. And yes, Miss Vidya, thank you. I'm going to see on the console T and O only. What if I replace this by 1? So I will see the second part, space and hangs. Space and hangs. From M, I am cutting it, Miss Salun. Okay? For example, you might like to cut from capital A. In this case, it's going to be like this. I will cut from here. And then it will cut pieces. There's no other A, so only there will be 2 pieces. The first one is index 0. The second one is index 1. Which one do you want to prefer? Do you prefer to write? Let's write index 0. I will get up to A. And if I change it to index 1, I will get after A. Do you understand how split method works? Yes. Yes, after the place that I decided, I said A, capital A. So capital A is for us a critical value before capital A and after capital A. If there is another capital A, it will be another place also you will cut. If there are, shall I do that? Let's change that. Okay? Now please confirm, I changed Tom to something different. Now there is another A here. My string has totally changed. Let me write my new string. TAOM space HANKS. I am cutting from A, so I will cut from here. And there's another A here. So this part is index 1, this part is, 0, 1, and 2. I have now 3 index. Since it is written here, index 1, what I will see on the console when I print this out? I see OM space H. You see? If I change this to index 2, I will see, yes, correct. Okay, guys. The lesson is over. I am going to finalize how to get seconds initial in a fast mood, okay? We are going to do it fast, and I will let you go. You are complaining you are extremely tired. I am extremely tired. Okay. Okay, guys. Just I will ask your kindness. Please be, yes, little bit patient. I'm going to get, I will cut Tom Hanks from the space, and I will get first index. Now I have Hanks in my hands. Okay, this is Hanks in my hands. I clear this out. I don't want to print it out, but I want to store in a string as second initial. I split it. I got the second part which I need, and then I can use substring method between 0 and 1. This is going to give me the first initial, and I can change this to uppercase. Okay, so I stored this as a second initial. Is this fine like this, guys? And let's write them in system out println. I will write first initial together with second initial. And let's see on the console. We got what we are required to get. That's all. Thank you for being patient. I will stop recording, and I will answer your questions if you have any.